Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody, and welcome to BeyondStandards community. It's your Captain Shanks once again with some more BFME action. And this is gonna be another BFME 1 video commentary for gamereplays.org. This time on the map Anorian, we have a great matchup to watch. It's gonna be Gondor Rohan against Gondor and Isengard. Before losing any time, let's get it started. We're gonna mute the music to have only the sound from BFME itself. Alright. As on the top right side of the map, we have the orange Gondor player Dexter. Dexter's ally on the bottom right side is gonna be the purple Isengard player Principino. On the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Rohan player Noldor. And Noldor's ally on the top left side is gonna be the green Gondor player KWI. So, great matchup, by the way, one of the best matchups you can actually get. Gondor Eisen against Gondor Rohan. I would also say it's pretty balanced. Gondor Eisen is pretty strong, so is Gondor Rohan. And yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. It looks like the green Gondor player is actually going to the FOL player Dexter, which is unexpected obviously from the Gondor Eisen team, because most of the time you can see the Gondor Rohan team grouping and trying to take down the lumber mills from Isengard player instead. And because that's unexpected, he will be able to take down this farm, and that's gonna put the orange Gondor player Dexter in a really rough situation early on. He's already pinging his ally. In the meantime, Rohan was trying to get to the lumber mill, but like mentioned before, the Gondor Eisen team, since they were expecting an attack on the lumber mills, they are prepared for that. Now Dexter is sending one of his soldiers back to his mill, to his farm, with the Urukai from the Isengard player Principino. They should be easily able to defend. War Chant ability has been used. Remember, the green Gondor player could go for the Elven Wood to deny the leadership from the War Chants, but however, the orange Gondor player Dexter can just do it as well to counter and cover the Elven Wood from the green Gondor player KWI. Heal has been used, by the way. He's fighting against the war chanted Urukai and against the war chanted soldiers, which is a mistake you should not be doing. But on the bright side, he was able to get his hobbits there and a cloak. That means Dexter won't be able to grab this farm for himself before the lures from Principino is gonna come out. And what I see in Principino's space is that he's definitely saving for lures after having 3 furnaces. He himself has a great game so far. He was able to keep those lumber mills alive. Only 1 farm has been taken down. Now the green Gondor is grabbing this farm for himself with the hobbit he was able to cloak before. And Dexter is starting with a stable already after having only 2 farms inside and 1 farm outside. The Knights of Gondor, they're gonna be over expensive. And the green Gondor player is also having his stable up by the time. And the Rohan player on the other side maybe will be starting with Eomer. He has right now 4 into the 5 farm inside the space. And let me check his resources. Now he's making more and more farms. He could possibly go for the middle. In the meantime, he's trying to take down the lumber mill from the Isengard player. Lurtz should be soon on the field. Yes, he is coming. I think 3 furnaces into the lures is a bit risky. I would always recommend you to get at least 5. 5 is a really great number. 4, at least 4, but I would recommend to get 5 furnaces before the lures. The lures this way will come like 30 seconds later or maybe 1 minute later, but you will have much greater economy, which is great. Yeah, I mean, he was able on the bright side to keep those lumber mills alive. But if he would lose them, he would be in a really bad situation. Alright, we're gonna have the first Gondor Knight Battalion on the field from the green Gondor player KWI. Dexter on the other side is getting his first Gondor Knight out. The green Gondor has right now 3 farms outside under his control. The hobbits from the blue Gondor player, from the blue Rohan player is level 3, should be cloaking around this side. But it looks like he's going to the middle in order to capture the camp for himself, as he has full farms inside. And that's a really great thing to see. Normally you can see and tell that most of the times Rohan will be going for Eomer, which is not the best choice to be honest, because there is a Lurtz on the enemy side And Lurtz is a counter hero, by the way, with his cripple ability. Let's see who will get the last hit on the creep, and the green Gonzo player was able to get the last hit and both the parts of the treasure. That's actually great for the Gonzo player at the top left side, who was now, by the way, with the help of the treasure he was getting from the creep, to fill up his base completely. Unlike Dexter, who has still half empty base after having a rough start, he now is trying to regain the control of this farm, which is now for a while under the control from the green Gonzo player. Talking about the green Gonzo player, he's trying to get the troll creep at the top side of the map. In the meantime, Lurtz was able to take down the troll on the bot side. Now he's gonna try to take the liar as well, which is great. Remember, Lurtz needs to get level 5 in this matchup. The Gondor Eisen team, they are quite strong, but when it comes to have leadership for the late game fights, they have only the war chant ability. Maybe later on also Gandalf, but they lack of leadership. Unlike the Gondor Rohan team, they will have a lot of leadership with Theoden, with Aragorn, later on also with Gandalf, but they will have permanent leadership. So as long as they can keep the heroes alive, they will have leadership. Unlike war chant, which is gonna run off at some points. Yes, Eisen will have a freezing rain on the other side to negate the leadership from the enemy team, but then again, the Gondor Rohan team, they can just abuse double lands. In the meantime, by the way, Rohan being really active with this Hobbits, who is now rank 4, cleaning up those lumber mill workers, pressuring the Eisen base, who is by the time now full base, but he needs still a while to get ready with the armory, with all the upgrades he needs. Just trying to get his Uruk pit to level 2 in order to get some pikeman unit on the field to keep those lumber mills outside alive. Hobbit in the meantime is gonna get killed from this Lurtz, who is ranked 3.5, and we're gonna check the power points as well. So Noldor on the bottom left side has almost his heal ability available. KWI on the top left side has 1.5 power points collected. His heal is almost back up. He has 3 Gondor Knights on the field. One is around this side, 2 are moving through the bottom. I'm guessing he has already the forged blades and heavy armor. Maybe should be going for the Knight Shield upgrade as well, in order to be efficient with those rushes on the Isengard main base. And talking about rushes, I think we're gonna see the first rush, and he will be able to see those crossbowmen. That's a nice trample, nice amount of power points and experience gain for the green Gonzo player. And he has already the power points he needs for Gandalf the White, which is great. He is pressuring those towers, and he was able to get the last hit on this one. Principino was a bit too late by deleting that one. The host of this game is, by the way, the Rohan player. And in the meantime, Eisen has 2 battalions of pikes outside, which is gonna force the green Gonzo player away. And keep in mind that Dexter was also around this side with his horses to keep his allies safe. We might see a Night Shield upgrade. Remember, this green Gondor has right now 3 farms under his control, so the resource income for him is looking great. And we have a Legolas on the field, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, this is the BFME 1 HD edition, the patch 1.06. And armory is coming up for the blue Rohan player. I mean, interesting start and strategy here from the blue Rohan player overall, because you can tell that most of the time Rohan is going for Eomer, but he did something else by capturing the middle. And then if Rohan captures the middle, you can see them, getting Theoden, Aragorn, archers and elves, and at the very last moment they are going for the upgrades. And this Rohan is, going for the upgrades first after getting Legolas on the field. So definitely something new for us, since we don't see that kind of stuff often in Battle for Middle-earth 1. Alright, another rush is happening. This tower should get demolished by the time heal has been used, and that's gonna force the green Gonzo player away. Another nice defense from the Gondor Eisen team. Isengard, by the way, has his industry ability. He was just using that on those 3 furnaces to increase the resource income by 100%. Noldor is pinging, and Lurtz might be in trouble here. Legolas might be in trouble. And Lurtz is looking to cripple. That's actually a great move. Legolas costs 3000 resources, and Hawkstrike not gonna do much. And he was trying to give the last hit on this Lurtz, but Lurtz wasn't able to get any experience from the kill, which is unfortunate for the Isengard player. That could have helped Lurtz and Isengard to get the leadership ability unlocked from Lurtz, which requires you to be rank 5. And Elf special summon, by the way, from the green Gonzo. Dexter has almost the power points he needs for Guns After White. He should be able to get them after killing those elves. Remember, his horses are still war chanted. Heal ability has been used by the way from the Gonzo player. Noldo not being quite useful right now after losing his Legolas. He needs to revive him, obviously. The great thing for Noldo is that he has 3 statues, which are reducing the cost of heroes. Also, when it comes to revive a hero, as you can see, reviving Legolas right now costs you only 960. Yeah, that was a great move from the Gondor Eisen team. That's gonna buy them some time. Legolas is only level 1, so he needs to get level 4 to unlock his Train Archers ability, which will be, by the way, able to rank up those Yeoman Archers from Rohan from rank 1 to rank 3 immediately, if they're not gonna get killed from those Knights of Gondor by Dexter. And we could see a possible rush in the middle. The middle is pretty much defenseless so far, and I mean, he won't be in time because Fire Arrow upgrade is just getting purchased, and Dexter is not putting pressure on the map since he's busy defending his ally so far. Almost all his horses are inside his ally space. In my opinion, Principino should be able to defend himself alone, at least only against the Knights of Gondor before the Rohan is ready to go. And in the meantime, Dexter should be pressuring the map by taking down the farms, which are almost rank 3 now. By the way, he's doing that with one of his Gondor Knights, was able to destroy this farm from the Green Gondor player. And maybe even ask for War Chant and try to go for the middle. Remember, in the middle there are a lot of structures which are giving you a lot of experience and power points. Those sentry towers from Rohan in the middle, the statues and the wells, destroying them, you are getting, you know, a lot of experience and power points. And if you go in with 3 horses with War Chant, full upgraded horses, I think they can destroy really fast. So Rohan player might be not always on point by demolishing those structures in time, and you could get a lot of power points from that. Alright, we have elves on the field. Remember, he has the upgrades he needs. Heavy armor and banner carry upgrade are purchased. Legolas, who is now, by the way, rank 3, is gonna hit like a truck later on the Saruman. And after getting Saruman now on the field, Principino is starting to build his armory. That means he still needs a bit of time, but Saruman is gonna be a great choice anyway. It's super useful when it comes to defend the base against horses with the fireball ability, but also in the team fights. The Gondor Rohan team, they will have to deal with 2 wizards at the same time, because we're gonna have definitely a Gandalf to White soon on the field from the orange Gonzo player Dexter. Talking about Dexter, let me see, he has almost the resources he needs. The power points are already unlocked, so there is nothing wrong with that. Rohan has heal and drafts and almost 1 power point available. These Gondor Knights, they might be in trouble. Fireball might be used, should be used on those Knights of Gondor. You should be switching to the wedge formation. Nice fireball ability. Let's see if this is gonna be enough to force the Gondor player away. He's taking too much damage here. There are already a couple of rank 3 furnaces, as you can see. They also have the ability to shoot at enemy units, and without being able to deal too much damage, he might be forced to retreat. Be careful with the pikes. In the meantime, we have 3 battalions of elves from the Rohan player. They have the Theoden leadership. We don't have Aragorn just yet on the field. Aragorn is definitely a leadership you are gonna need to beat the Isengard player. Aragorn gives you a great amount of leadership, you know, increasing your damage by 50% and your combat experience by 100%. Alright, Gandalf the White is gonna soon join the battlefield. That's gonna be the power spike Gondor Eisen team need in order to be able to move to the middle, which might again be still risky. Keep in mind that the statues, they are giving a lot of leadership, 100% damage leadership and 100% combat experience leadership. And we have also trebuchets now moving on from the Green Gonzo player. So he has also his Gandalf out on the field, by the way, but it's only Gandalf the Grey, as you can see. Saruman might be in trouble. Lourdes has his cripple ability available. I don't know why he's not going for the cripple this Gandalf. Maybe he's Grey. He will be using a lightning sword and Easterlight at the same time, and I can't believe that he is not actually... Why is he not crippling this Gandalf the Grey? I don't know the reason why not. He had all the time and his ability was ready. He was basically inside the base, just crippling, and him would give him the option to kill him with nothing more than the towers. Eisen being in a really rough situation. There is a pike level 6, by the way. Gondor, this Gondor player needs some units on the field. Does he have the shields? That's the question. He does not have the shields. Without the shield, approaching those elves with this much leadership is gonna be hard. Now the horses finally approach. Theoden lost left alone. You should be definitely sniping this Theoden. What is this Lurtz doing? Lurtz might be dead here, by the way. He's quite slow. Hawkstrike was dealing incredible amount of damage. Now the Trebuchet will be the next target. Gandalf in the meantime was able to heal up. Rain will be used from the Isengard player Principino. That's the time to shine. Is War Chant ability available? That's being the question. Now it's not available. Nice Wizard Plus here from this Gandalf, but he might be in trouble. Hawkstrike on the other side is on cooldown, but it's not gonna be necessary to take down the Gandalf. Legolas is running for his life, but the knights are hitting like a truck. One more hit's needed. Look his health. Will it be enough to take him down? That's being the question. He's trying to press S all the time. Wizard Plus from the Gandalf the Grey will be used, and Legolas has been taken down. Theoden will get away. Nice fireball ability from the Saruman. And Gondor, Dexter might lose a really highly ranked Gondor Knight, but on the other side, he was able to take down the Legolas from the enemy Rohan player. Legolas was rank 4 by the way, was really helpful in order to take down the Gandalf from Dexter, who needs to get revived now, by the way. He's still only rank 5, cost 2000 to revive. And in the meantime, the Green Gondor was putting in some nice work for the map control. Let's see what is gonna happen. This game is gonna be surely interesting. Lurtz is on the field, Saru is on the field. The Gandalf from the Green Gondor player is actually white now. And Lurtz is actually aiming for him, but he will be getting away. This Lurtz should be definitely chasing him. What is this Gandalf doing? Dexter is closing the gate and hoping for the best, and Gandalf will be just barely able to survive by escaping through the gates. And that could be, you know, a really big mistake, getting inside that, because Lurtz is outside, so he can just enter the base from the postern gates and cripple Gandalf down. Maybe that was just a bait. Alright. And it's, you know, as the game goes on, it's gonna be harder and harder for the Gondor Eisen team, because now the Gondor Rohan team, they will have trebuchets on the field. They have the time and the resources. Remember, the Green Gondor has 3 farms outside pretty much all game long, and all he needs to do after having it now Gandalf on the field, just spam katas and horses, and for that he will have always the resources he's looking for. Or Hawkstrike is putting in some nice work. Lurtz is rank 5 by the way. Saru leadership is gonna be there as well, increasing the armor by 30% and the combat experience by 100, but it's still gonna be not enough to face against the trebuchets. Rain is still active, you can see the units glowing, but I think situationally a couple of units have their leadership back up on the field. Trebuchets are gonna get purchasing the Firestone upgrades, as you can see by yourself. The pikes are getting killed one by one. This Faramir is looking different in the HD edition, but he's left alone. He should be definitely trying to get away. I don't think that Eisen will need to cripple him. Yes, he will be taken down. What you can also do as Gondor now is just making Boromir and Faramir. Faramir was already on the field, but revive Faramir and recruit Boromir. Put those heroes close to the elves and hope that they're gonna get the experience they are looking for in order to be useful and unlocking their leadership ability. Especially Boromir is increasing the damage output from the Nerby units by 60%. So that means those elves, they will be even stronger, and those heroes, especially those wizards from the Gondor Eisen team, they need to watch out even more. Because not only elves are shooting at them, but there is also really highly ranked Legolas on the side from the Rohan player Noldor. Who is rank 5.5, he has an incredible amount of attack speed and attack damage. And things are looking great so far. What is happening in the meantime on the map? Not much. The farms are ranked 3. Dexter, like mentioned before, is only able to defend his ally so far. The pressure is real. The horses, they are not being able to do much. Lurtz was being in a really rough situation. Where is the Gandalf from the Green Gondor? He's trying to find and catch this rank 1 Gondor Knight, but his ability was actually available. He could have killed the battalion. Gandalf is back on the field now from the orange Gondor player Dexter. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, both Gandalfs, they can't actually do much besides just standing around and giving some leadership. Because, remember this Gandalf, there is a Lurtz on the enemy team who can easily cripple him down, and then he's unable to move. And War Chant ability has been used from the Isengard player. The katas are hitting like a truck, but there is only one trebuchet. One is in the back, and Dexter should be easily able to take them down. The mistake from Eisen was to not wait for the Gondor play in order to use War Chant also on the Knights of Gondor. And what is this Gandalf doing alone there? Gandalf has been crippled down, and Dexter was able to take him down with his Easterly Light ability. The Rain is being active, by the way. No, it's not active. It is available, which will be used now. He's looking to Wizard Blast. Nice dodge here from the Elven player, from the Rohan player, I mean, with the Elves. Gandalf is taking unnecessary damage. Oh my god, the range is crazy. He was almost taken out. The Elven Wood is coming in clutch, like mentioned before. The Rain is not gonna be as effective against double FOL, because they gonna spam the lands, and you kind of will be forced to cover the lands, which is like a double-edged sword. Yes, you can get out of the effect from your enemy by covering the land with Tainted Land or with the Elven Wood from the Gondor player Dexter. Yes, but once you've done that, the problem will be not only the land anymore, but your Rain is gonna become pretty much useless in this matchup. Remember, all the enemy team needs to do, they need to force you to use lands to cover their lands, and they won't be covering this land anymore. So whenever you're gonna use a Rain, they will be just stepping on your land and step out, and like abracadabra, the leadership will be back. And we're gonna have even some ballistas on the fields. Nice fireball ability, was able to take the entire battalion from the Knights of Gondor, from the green Gondor player. 5 power points collected from Eisen. He is being in a really rough situation. Dexter has almost 6 power points collected. He could go, however, for the Rohirrim special summon in order to get to the trebuchets, but it looks like he is trying to save for the Cloud Break. By the way, this way you can get the fastest way to unlock the Army of the Dead. So heal into Gandalf the White, into Cloud Break, into Army of the Dead. This is the fastest way as Gondor you can get to Army of the Dead. And he's looking to Wizard Blast, cancelling the Wizard Blast as the Knights. And we have Glorious Charge, by the way, I missed to say that, which was just used but was not that effective. There are a bunch of pikes inside the base. There is Saruman, Gandalf, so it's hard for the Gondor player to do too much damage. The structures are getting taken down. The rank 3 furnaces, Eisen should be desperately trying to take them, to keep them alive. The trebuchets are getting focused down. Nice ballista shots. Gandalf might look for a Wizard Blast, but look how much damage he's taking. Elf special summon even here from the Gondor player KWI. And he's trying to get to the ballistas, will be able to get the first one. Looking for the second, Wizard Blast will be used, heal will be used to keep those Knights of Gondor alive. Elves are not doing much. Nice Wizard Blast here, by the way, from Gandalf the White. Another battalion of Knights of Gondor are taken down. Lightning Sword will be used. What are those elves doing? They are just running it down. They are not being able to do much damage, but Hawk Strike is able to do a great amount of damage. That will be enough to force the Gandalf the White from Dexter away. And the elves are actually highly ranked. There are even some rank 5 elves. They have the Theoden, they have the Aragorn with Anduril, they have the Legolas on the back. They have everything that they are looking for. And the combos, especially the pike combos, remember they are really weak against fire. Since the front line are the pikes, they're gonna die pretty fast. What is this Saruman doing? Alright, what is this Lurtz doing? What is Rohan doing? I don't understand. He didn't see the Lurtz, but I gotta admit I didn't see the Lurtz as well. Who was able to take down the Legolas. Aragorn's Atelas ability was even available. He did not use it. PowerPoint wise, Noldo has a lot of power points. Cloud Break will be picked from Noldo. Could go also for the Ensmoot to break the wall. Cloud Break will be used now from the Rohan player. On the other side, KWI has 3 power points, almost 4 power points available after having Gandalf the White's heal and the Elven allies. Isengard needs 5.5 power points only for the Balrog special summon, but I doubt that he will be able to get to that point. His resources are not looking too bad, but I mean the enemy units are inside his base and there is no defense, not enough at least. Easterly Lights, and Gandalf will be taken down by the battle towers and by the rank 3 furnaces. Unfortunately for the Gondor player again. The Rain is active, by the way. Gandalf might look for a Wizard Blast. His heal ability is available. If the elves not gonna switch to weapons, they're gonna get trampled down here. He's looking for a Wizard Blast. Beautiful Wizard Blast, just healed in time. He will be able to get away. He has still health, so he can just stick around. There is not much. Great defense here, by the way, from the Gondor player with his Gandalf the White, but Gandalf the White is taking too much damage, and Gandalf has been taken down, ladies and gentlemen, from Aragorn. What was that? You can't do that. Aragorn, as you know, is hitting like a truck. And sorry for screaming, by the way, but I'm always getting excited when something like that happens. And but after a great defense, after a possible turnaround from the Gondor Eisen team, they are doing the biggest mistake ever, standing still. And now he's trying to fight Aragorn, and Aragorn is not a hero you are looking to fight with in a 1v1, because this guy is not only tanky, he's also hitting like a damn truck. And I mean, that's our experience Dexter had to make. I hope that he learned about after this that you know, you should not be underestimating the damage output from Aragorn. And the problem with Gandalf is, as you are casting the spells, and even if you cancel the spells in order to get away, there will be always this 1 or 2 seconds you will not be able to move, you know, and this is more than enough time for Aragorn to take you down. What are the power points? That's the question. So Noldor needs only 5.5 power points for Army of the Dead. A KWI needs like one power point for Giant Eagles, 4 power points for the Isengard player to get Balrog on the field, 5 power points collected by Dexter. He chose the elves pretty late, but on the other side, I don't think, to be honest, that Eagles from Dexter could be a nice choice. We will have Glorious Charge. Where is Theoden when we need him? Theoden is here. Glorious Charge might be used on the Rohirrim special summon from the Green Gonzo player. Remember, it works on any cavalry unit, including the Warg Riders. And Arrow Volley will be used here, by the way. Arrow Wind will be used from Legolas. Glorious Charge is being active. The Knights of Gondor and the Rohirrim special summon are basically taking no damage. And the base of Isengard is falling apart. 3.5 power points collected only. 3.5 power points away only for the Rohan player to unlock his Army of the Dead. Legolas once again has been crippled down, but there is not enough to take him down. Almost no units left on the side from Isengard. 3 power points and 1 power point only from Balrog away, but he is losing his entire base in the meantime. Will he be able to get the power points he's looking for? And the answer is gonna be yes. 20 power points unlocked. Balrog will be ready, can be used to create to crush the Gondor base, by the way, but he does not have the Palantir to use it to reveal, because you can't use Balrog when you don't have vision. So you need to get Palantir right now to use it to see an area you can use Balrog on. Eagle special summon. And Lourdes was able to actually survive. Aragorn is gonna be the target. Lightning Sword will be used, but it's gonna miss. Aragorn has been taken down. This Gandalf from the Green Gonzo player might get killed as well. There is just not enough. There was a huge move here from Dexter, who was able to collect 5.5 power points. Remember, killing Aragorn and killing Gandalf gives you a lot of power points. And Eagles, actually there is not much left. The Aragorn has been taken down, Legolas has been taken down, Theoden has been taken down, and then again, the Green Gondor lost his as well. And look at that, Balrog special summon, ladies and gentlemen. And Balrog, as we know, is able to kill the entire base from the Gondor player, right? So he will be using the Ignite ability. The Zither is gonna get one-shotted. The first Breath Fire is the most important. That doesn't look very great to me. He still was able to take down 4 structures. Cloud Break will be used from the Rohan player, but it's not gonna affect heroes, by the way. Alright, he's trying to go to the gate. 1 more hit's needed. But in the meantime, Gondor is inside the Eisen base trying to finish him. The gate has been destroyed. I mean, Dexter should be going for one for fun, maybe? I don't know. Dexter is trying to save his ally. But because of the time he was wasting to kill the gates, might be not able to finish. 1 furnace, 1 slaughterhouse, 1 blacksmith will survive, and he won't have the time now. So Gondor is safe if he would not go for the gates. Then he would have finished him. Okay, Rohirrim special summon. 10 power points unlocked from Rohan, and he will be definitely using Army of the Dead to keep his allies safe. just in time the power points he was looking for, and everything from Dexter will be taken out. In the meantime, Principino has left nothing but Lurtz on the field, who is by the way taking a lot of units. Heal has been used from Dexter to keep him alive a bit longer, but it's just a matter of time. After Carnage falls off, Hulk Strike was used on him from Legolas, who is by the way rank 9, ladies and gentlemen. Theoden has been crippled down, will be using the glorious charge ability, will be screaming death, and there are elves coming from Dexter to actually, with the sword from the special summon, to try to finish Theoden. In the meantime, I hear Aragorn is coming back, and he's asking for help. The Rohirrim, they don't care about Theoden, and Theoden might get killed here, by the way. He's not watching, but he doesn't need to watch. I mean, Gondor is being in a really rough situation. His gate is getting repaired, so once he's done repairing, Dexter won't be able to enter the base anymore until the next Balrog. But I don't think that Isengard will have the time to survive to get his second Balrog off on the field. The only thing what could save them right now is definitely the Army of the Dead from Dexter, but Dexter is still 3 power points away from getting that power point on the ground. And the problem is that even if they somehow survive this, the things for Isengard economy-wise are not looking great. But you need to keep in mind, yes, right now 1000 resources, but he needs to rebuild his base, he needs to rebuild his sentry towers, he needs to revive his Lurtz and his Saruman, and then he needs to make units, so he needs a lot of resources. On the bright side for Eisen, I mean, he has 5 power points, so he could use 4 of these power points to get his Devastation. Remember, Devastation can be used, and he's gonna get it to immediately create, immediately gain resources. As you can see, he has now suddenly 3000 resources out of nowhere, which is great. I mean, I can't really believe that they actually never tried to destroy the middle, because in this build from Rohan going for the middle and going for the heroes, the Rohan Gondor team, they are necessary. They have, you know, they need the middle to be under their control. Once you get rid out of the middle, in the middle they have the well, they have the statue, they have the archer range. So once you destroy the middle, the game will be pretty much over. Because then again, Rohan needs to make archer range in his base, will have less resources, needs to make 3 normal archers before he will be able to make more elves. And by all means, he won't be able to get Aragorn back on the field, Legolas back on the field, Theoden back on the field, and elves at the same time. The problem was that Dexter was not able to fight for the map control. All farms are level 3 inside and outside from the Rohan player. Same here for the Gondor, by the way. So the resource income is looking great. And Arrow Winds will be taking down Gandalf out of the game, and that's gonna be it, the end probably. Dexter is still in the game, but I'm guessing he will just call it GG. A great game. Heal will be used. Look this Legolas is hitting like a truck with this couple of elves. He will be taken out, but the elves gonna go down. I think that was the last move from Dexter. He just wanted to take out the guy who was killing his Gandalf over and over again. And special summon from the Rohan player, just gonna open an enter ring in Dexter base, which is not gonna be necessary as Dexter is surrendering the game. And the victory will go to the Gondor Rohan team on a beautiful game in the map Anurian. Beautiful done here, by the way, from everybody. Was really nice to commentate that. I think the biggest mistake of the game was after the great defense from Dexter, he ends up losing his Gandalf to Aragorn unnecessarily. And also the Balrog, who could have finished the Gondor base by himself, but who actually was not confident enough that he can. That's why he was actually aiming to break the gate. And unfortunately for the Gondor Eisen team, by the time Dexter found the time and the units to enter the Gondor base, which was almost done to finish, Rohan just in time got the power points he was looking for to use Army of the Dead and to save his ally from getting destroyed. A great game. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please make sure to like the video, and if this is your first time here, and if you are looking for more content like this, please make sure to hit that big red subscribe button and turn on the notifications as well if you don't want to miss any of my videos coming up for you. Take care of yourself, have a great week, and as always, stay beyond standards.